Somewhere inside almost every grown man, there's a boy who never actually left. He got taller. He got a job, a mortgage, maybe kids of his own. But underneath all of it, he's still 9 years old, waiting for someone else to fix it, keeping score of who owes him what, throwing a silent tantrum every time life doesn't go his way. This isn't about becoming more aggressive or more shut down. It's about actually killing him. Not the good parts, just the parts quietly running your life without your permission. Psychologists who study masculine development describe childhood as a set of roles a boy is supposed to grow out of. The divine child, who believes the world exists to serve him. The hero, who thinks every problem gets solved by charging at it alone. Each one is completely normal at 8 years old. Each one is a disaster running the inside of a 35-year-old man. You've met him. Maybe you've been him. He's the guy who explodes over small friction because he never learned to name what he's actually feeling. He just reacts. He's the guy whose first move after anything goes wrong is to find who's responsible, and it's never him. He's the guy chasing one more purchase, one more bit of validation, one more hit of attention, because he never built anything that makes him feel solid without it. None of this makes him weak, exactly. It makes him young, stuck at an age his body outgrew years ago. Researchers who study men's psychological development have a name for what happens when this transition gets interrupted: neglect, absent mentorship, no clear initiation into manhood. The boyhood pattern doesn't disappear. It just gets forced into a defensive shape: chronic anger, emotional withdrawal, compulsive achievement, or an inability to lead anyone without controlling them. Here's the part that isn't your fault. For most of human history, the boy didn't get quietly outgrown. He got ritually killed. Anthropologists studying traditional cultures found the same three-part structure everywhere: separation, pull the boy away from his mother and his childhood; ordeal, put him through something genuinely hard, alone, with no one coming to save him; return, bring him back with a new name, a new status, a line permanently crossed behind him. That middle stage even has a name: liminality, betwixt and between. Not a boy anymore, not yet a man, standing in a doorway with no way back. Modern life deleted that doorway. There's no ordeal, no elder waiting on the other side to tell you the boy is dead and the man has arrived. You just keep having birthdays, which means unless you go looking for that threshold yourself, on purpose, nobody is ever going to make you cross it. You'll just get older, with the same 9-year-old quietly driving. So men go looking for the threshold in the wrong place. Some try to kill the boy by becoming cold, shutting down every feeling, treating warmth as weakness, controlling everyone around them so nothing ever catches them off guard again. That's not a man. That's the tyrant version of the same wound, the king archetype gone bad. Others tried to buy the transition: more money, more muscle, more conquests, a garage full of proof. None of it works, because none of it touches what's actually broken. You can build an empire and still be the same kid throwing the same tantrum, just in a nicer house. The mistake is treating manhood like a costume, something you put on from the outside. It's not a costume. It's a death. Something specific inside you has to actually stop running the show before something else can take its place. Skip that part, and every external upgrade is just a boy in a bigger body. So what actually has to die? Psychology gives a surprisingly precise answer: 5 specific patterns, 5 specific deaths. The first death, the need for someone else to fix it. Psychologists call this your locus of control. Whether you believe your life is something happening to you or something you're actively steering. The boy is external. Something goes wrong, and the first thought is, who's to blame? The man is internal, not because he's naive enough to think he controls everything, but because he's stopped waiting for permission to move on the things he does control. Kill the reflex to look outward for the reason. Start there. The second death, the flinch away from discomfort. Every unfinished man has a way of numbing the second something gets hard. Scrolling, a drink, a distraction, an excuse. Decades of research on self-control, starting with children and a marshmallow, found the same result again and again. The ability to sit with discomfort on purpose, without collapsing into the easy relief, predicts almost everything good that follows. Stability, self-respect, the ability to actually finish what you start. You don't kill discomfort. You kill your need to escape it immediately. The third death, the tantrum. Unregulated men don't feel more than everyone else. They just never learned what to do with it, so it leaks out sideways as anger or shuts down completely as withdrawal. Neuroscience has actually mapped this. The simple act of naming what you're feeling out loud, not analyzing it, not justifying it, just naming it, measurably quiets the exact brain region that hijacks you. Not soft, just accurate. A man who can say, "I'm angry and here's why," has more control than one who's pretending he isn't. The fourth death, the parts of yourself you're hiding from. Every man is carrying things he's ashamed of. Anger, envy, ambition, need. And the instinct is to bury them and hope nobody notices. Jung called this the shadow, and his central finding was uncomfortable. What you refuse to look at doesn't go away. It runs you from the dark, showing up as the exact behavior you swore you'd never repeat. And it isn't only your ugliness hiding down there. Half of what you buried is strength you were told was too much, ambition that felt greedy, anger that felt dangerous, talent that made other people uncomfortable. You don't kill the shadow. You drag all of it into the light and decide what to do with it on purpose, instead of it deciding for you. The fifth death, drifting. Comfort with no direction is still a boy's life, just with better furniture. Viktor Frankl survived what almost nobody survives and came back with one finding that outlasted the horror of it. Men don't fall apart under hardship. They fall apart under meaninglessness. Purpose is the thing that lets a man carry weight that would break someone who's only carrying comfort. Kill the drift. Pick something worth the difficulty, and let the difficulty be the point. Here's what's actually left once those 5 things are gone. Not someone harder, not someone colder. Someone who doesn't need the world to rescue him, doesn't need to escape the hard 5 minutes, doesn't need to explode to be heard, isn't scared of his own darkness anymore, and isn't drifting through a life that doesn't ask anything of him. That's the return, the part of the old ritual where the boy comes back with a new name. Except there's no elder waiting to hand it to you anymore. You have to be the one who decides the boy is finally dead. Nobody's coming to tap you on the shoulder and tell you it's done. So decide. Today, if you want to. Pick one of the 5 and let it actually die. None of this happens in a single afternoon, and anyone who tells you it does is selling something. But it starts the moment you stop waiting for permission and kill the first one on purpose. This is becoming alpha. Build the man. If this hit something in you, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.